Are we live? I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm pulling a gurg right now. I'm fresh from the shower, but like, I really, like, I just. I'm sorry. It's been a fucked up day. uh, I don't know if you can. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to see you. I'm sorry that I look the way I do and that I'm in a bathrobe. I know I really look, I look really dumb, but, Uh, I can check that fanfic at some point. I mean, um, uh, I don't even know what to, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place today. It's been a really weird day. Um, I'm good. How's everybody doing? Let me just. You're gonna see a bit of an afro happen. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Excuse me. At the moment, what I'm doing is exporting two videos. I'm exporting my immortal part, whatever. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. And we're doing a Patreon video I recorded today. Fucking finally. It took me thousands of years. So thank you for joining me, everybody. um, Again, I'm in a bathrobe because, yeah. I'm sure I look really sexy right now. Ugh, I don't feel sexy, which is totally fine, but, hi everybody, so nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm not as sick as I was before, but who the hell knows? Before we get started, like, I don't know. I just feel like I can't tell if I'm, like, self-sabotaging or if things are at, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. But I'm so glad y'all are here. It's so nice to see everybody. Seriously. But we do have got some My Inner Life to read. No, I'm not, but thank you. Thank you guys. You're very nice to say. I needed to thank you. Isn't that cool? So I'm sorry in case the stream goes a little weird. I am exporting two things right now and they're long pieces. So shall we continue, everybody? So I'm trying to stay positive. um oh my. Odd. So where we last left off, I cut myself shaving in the shower, by the way. I like ripped out a chunk of fucking, thank you guys. Stop. She had to. So, I'm glad everybody's here. What happened last time was, Link and Jenna met, and we had, hi, Otter, nice to see you, thank you for joining me. Oh my gosh, I'm like overwhelmed by everybody being so nice to me right now. So, this is very much like my immortal, where we're gonna go into a lot of detail. Are we ready? Here we go, guys. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so chapter 3, the wedding. It was the day of our wedding, and I had been nervous all day long. The time to walk down the ISLE drew near, and I felt a rush of nervousness run through me. Just one rush of nervousness. But I was not going to let that stop my wedding day. I was in the bridal chamber with Impa and Princess Zelda. As Impa and Princess Zelda worked on my hair, I started down at my dress, fingering with the lacy design at my waist. Why is she fingering a dress? Exactly. The dress was the most beautiful and the most expensive I had ever seen. The king had spared no expense when he had it made. The top of the dress was, oh god, it's so NOB right now. The top was a low V cut with lace that crisscrossed in front of my breasts to hold them up, and a feathery lace design lined the edges. Interwoven in the lace was an intricate design of pearls, and at the very center was a gold Triforce design. It's like, it's fine. We're just talking about Jenna's fucking dress. Yeah, she's fingering the dress, by the way. It's just what she does. And, you know, it just is weird that, like, the king has a daughter. He's got Princess Zelda as his daughter, and he's just like, oh, Jenna, you're my daughter. He really did. He threw right down for that dress thing. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, I was thirsty. Okay. Whew. The lace design V at the waist and a different lace pattern started where the other left off. I don't even know what this looks like. The other pattern was all of the Triforce design. I'm reading verbatim, by the way. Oh, well, thanks for joining. Good night. I did. I just hopped out of the shower. I had to. Oh God. Oh man. And did laundry today, so I'm doing the absolute most, everybody. Smaller gold Triforce symbols lined the bottom of the dress. The sleeves were a see-through lace that ran from mid-arm all the way down to my wrist and attached at my middle finger. I put my middle finger up at them. I know, right? It's like, oh no, Jenna's definitely more conceited. Jenna talks about her beautiful body all the time. It's oops. Oh goodness, you all have big boobies. My veil had a full pearl design at the front and small solid white Triforce designs at the edges. After I was fully dressed, all that was left to do was finish my hair. So if I recall, Zelda had oh no, I might have performance issues, just letting you know. High CPU usage detected. So just let me know how the stream goes, okay guys? I apologize in advance, but nightmares all fucking day. Seriously. Oh god. Impa stopped working on my hair and let Zelda finish it. She walked over to a table and picked something up. When she came back over, she handed me a gold choker that had a Triforce charm with a diamond dangling in the center. I looked up at Impa while I fingered it. Why is she fingering things? Hi guys, nice to see you. Oh man. I looked up at Impa. Oh yeah, it was very beautiful. I started to say something, but Impa interrupted me. It will look beautiful on you. She took it, and the Sheikah, I guess she's a Shikaya, but like, oh man, she's obsessed with Triforces. Oh my gosh. Woo. The Sheikah smiled as she fastened it around my neck. Then I smiled back at her. Thank you, Impa. It's very beautiful. Like, why did Impa give her a thing? As Princess Zelda looked me over, she said something was missing. After thinking for a bit, she turned and walked over to her vanity and opened up a small jewelry box. She picked something out of it, closed the jewelry box lid, and walked back over to me. Taking my left hand, she held up my hand and fastened a beautiful gold bracelet around my wrist. Looking at it, I could tell it was real expensive. The bracelet was of pure solid gold. Pure solid gold. At the center was a Triforce charm. Like, not everything has to be Triforce-centric. Like the Triforce breaks as soon as fucking Link touches it. So, like, what the hell? Oh, boy. Diamonds lined the edges of the bracelet, and rubies lined the inner part. At the center of the Triforce charm was an emerald. I looked back up at Princess Zelda, and she smiled a kind of sad smile. It was my mother's, but I want you to have it, she said with a hint of sadness in her voice. Like, Zelda, like, you'll get married one day. Why are you giving it all to this bitch? Jesus Christ. Everything's got a fucking Triforce on it. My hairbrush has the Triforce. Like, these are Triforce brand Prada glasses. Oh dear, what'd I do? Okay. Okay. A blank look crossed my face. Oh my god. Who else has blank looks? A blank facial expression. I wonder. As I looked back down at the bracelet. I cannot accept this, I said as I held my wrist back out at her. I can't accept this beautiful bracelet. Princess Zelda blinked in surprise. Nonsense. Wait. Mother would have done the same thing if she were here. Besides, I want you to have it. It looks beautiful on you. Take it. And that's an order. Impa nodded in agreement, and I smiled back. Thank you so much. I want to point out that every time she says so in this book, like S-O-O, she does S-O-O. Like, he's got huge tracts of land. I'm not sure, but nobody likes Jenna. She does absolutely get knocked up, like twice, I think, at least. Because, like, she's got an impregnation fetish, apparently. I said as I hugged my friend. Satisfied with how I looked, we got my bouquet and headed towards the courtyard. The wedding was about to begin. There was a loud bustle as people tried to find their seats. Everyone in Hyrule had attended. Really? Okay, maybe because it's the hero of time. But also, like, Jenna? Really? Like, fucking Jenna? Oh, yeah. Like, oh, Mary Sue's. Oh, it's crazy. Like, I think she gets pregnant, like, right the fuck away. It keeps saying I have CPU problems. I'm sorry if it keeps getting fucked up. I'm sorry that the last stream was, like, all out of sync. I don't know what the hell happened, but... Not in this chapter. In the next one, don't worry. Oh, yeah! The kid's name is Link Jr., I think, right? Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Okay. Even all the sages had to attend. Oh my god. The king would settle for no less. All of Hyrule was going to witness Link and I being wed. As the crowd begun to settle down, the king came to my side. Since he was like a father to me, he was going to be the one giving me away to Link. I started to get nervous again as the wedding music began to play. Oh god. First the flower girl went out. As she spread the flower petals along the red carpet, she looked like a little angel. I hoped that Link and I had the day Link and I had children, we would have a girl as pretty as her. Like, okay, I get, like, the guy that you want to marry, like, you think, oh, I will have beautiful children with him, but all the fucking time, like, every time you see a child, Jesus Christ, bitch. Then I watched as all my bridesmaids... Who are her bridesmaids? Zelda's not her bridesmaid? Were walked out one by one with the ushers. Next, I saw Link being walked out with Princess Zelda. He looked so handsome, dressed in prince clothes. Prince clothes. Like, rest in peace, Prince. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no. Prince clothes as he walked down the ISLE. When he reached the altar and ALTER and took his place, it was my turn to walk. Taking the king's arm, we begun to walk down the ISLE. As we walked, my eyes darted around the room. The nervousness rushed over me. Then my eyes landed on Link. I could see his beautiful smile, but since I was nervous, I was glad Link could not see my face from underneath my veil. When we reached the ALTER, I took my place at Link's left. Zelda, my maid of honor, was to my left, and Darunia, Link's best man, was to his right. Really, Darunia is his best man? Is that how you say it? I don't even know. Oh, you guys should know about Zelda. It is the shiznit. Exactly. She gets so into detail, but then Link is simply wearing prince clothes, meaning he's wearing like a purple onesie with frills on it. Before I fixed my eyes forward, I looked at Link from the corner of my eye. Man, how I loved him. Then the preacher begun to speak. I don't know who the preacher is, so it is, we have gathered here today to witness this man and woman being joined in holy matrimony. This is a special time, a holy time, when a man and a woman come together and are joined under the witness of God. God isn't even capitalized. Oh my gosh. May your marriage bring long life and happiness. Do you, Link, take this woman to be your wife, to love, to hold, to cherish in sickness and in health? Until death do you part? Yes, I do, Link responded. Oh, Link responded. And do you, Jenna, take this man to be your husband, to love, to hold, to cherish in sickness and in health until death do you part? Yes, yes I do, I said softly. The wings, please! The preacher gestured, oh my gosh, for the ring bearer to bring over the rings. We were handed each other apostrophe S ring and told to give each other our personal vows. Well, she doesn't even. Thanks, you guys caught the Princess Bride reference. Obviously. Taking my left hand. Oh, she doesn't even go into the vows, but she'll like do the repeating of like, do you take this? Do you take this? Oh yeah, no, not yet. Not yet. But yeah, Link's last name is Silverblade in this. Oh my god. Taking my left hand, Link slid the ring on my finger. With this ring, I thee wed, Link said with passion. Then I took his left hand and slid the ring on his finger. With this ring, I thee wed, I said as I looked deeply into his eyes. We then looked back at the preacher and he finished the ceremony. If there was anyone who thinks this man and woman should not be joined, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. After a moment of silence, what if Zelda was like, I object? Marriage. No, Link doesn't really have a last name, but he does in this book. Or whatever this is fucking called, this aberration. After a moment of silence, the preacher spoke again. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Gently, Link lifted my veil, and for a moment, we stared deeply into each other's eyes. Then I closed my eyes, and he gently took me into his arms and gently pressed his lips on mine. Then everyone started clapping as we made our marriage final. Your marriage was final when you put the rings on, okay? I felt a rush of happiness run through me. I don't know what is going on. It felt warm, like the sun. As we kissed, everything went silent. Only the sounds of our hearts beating together was heard. This was the happiest day of my life. Next, I gestured for all my bridesmaids. She spells bridesmaids BRID''S MAIDS, like two separate words. And my maid of honor to gather around behind me. Then I turned my back and threw the bouquet over my shoulder. Really? That happens at the reception, bitch. Everyone reached to grab it, but it was Princess Zelda that caught it. I looked at her and a smile crossed her rosy face as I winked. She would be the next to wed. Do you know how many fucking bouquets I've caught at weddings? I don't see a fucking ring on my finger. That's true, yes. Like, I guess. I've heard that, like, some couples, like, by the end of their wedding day, they're like... By the end of their wedding day, they're like, I can't even, like, touch you right now. Like, some of them just get too drunk, or some of them are just too tired. Like, I don't know. That's what I've heard. I don't know how much truth there is to it. Oh, damn, thirsty. Then I looked at Link, smiled at him, and took his arm. He led me out towards the reception hall as everyone threw rose petals over us. The reception hall was set quite beautifully. Like, didn't you pick it out? Like, shouldn't you know, like, what your own reception hall looks like? Hi, thanks for joining me. Oh, man. There were flower displays. White dove symbols interlocked with the Triforce lined the walls. There were white candles lining the room, and a huge wedding cake sat in the center. As everyone filled into the room, Link and I went over to the cake and stood side by side behind it. This is like a very rapid reception. Usually it takes a fucking 1,000 years. Yeah, probably. It takes like thousands of years between like the end of it and then like you go and just eat a shitload and drink. And then you have a wedding party. I'm just gonna scream the word Triforce every time I see it. Like, Triforce! Like that. Because it's, like, everywhere. Link and I, the music begun to play, and Link and I took the knife and cut the cake. We each took a piece and fed it to each other. He missed my mouth and got some on my face. Next thing I knew, we had cake all over our faces, and I giggled and I smeared some on his nose. People laughed at the funny sight, and I smiled at Link as we started whipping the cake off our faces. Wow, when did they get whips? Like, oh, thank you. I'm not, but thank you. That's why I'm in a bathrobe and with wet hair. Sorry. My bad. Oh dear. There were 2 goblets sitting by the cake and a bottle of champagne next to them. Link popped the cork and poured the champagne into the goblets. He put the bottle down and we picked up the goblets, interlocked arms, and drank from each other's cups. Wow, so stereotypical. Oh yeah, a Triforce drinking game. How many times she liked with her fiery temper. Oh, really quick, guys, because I've been streaming like N64 games. I'm wondering, do you want me to stream Zelda, or do you want me to just like pick up where I left off with sensual? Do you want me just to pick up where I left off with the videos and just make videos about it? Just let me know in the chizat, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Does anybody? I don't know. Everyone clapped and made a toast to our marriage. May your life together bring happiness and new experiences, Zelda said as she raised her goblet high. Hear, hear, someone else yelled. Then the music changed into a dance. What does that mean? And everyone crowded onto the ballroom floor. Link led me by the hand, and the crowd formed a circle around us as we begun to dance together. As I danced with Link, I felt like I was dancing on air. Felt light as a feather. I got into the music. My thoughts drifted, and I begun to flow in unison with Link's body. He took the lead, and I let myself go with the flow. As I looked into his beautiful dark eyes, there was a passion flickering in them. Sure. His eyes made me melt in his arms, and as we danced together, I felt at peace. When we were done dancing, it was time for our wedding song to be played, okay? We're still fucking going! Oh, that would be good too. I've started way too many games though, that's on my list. As is this. Yes, it would be that and Majora's Mask. I have so many things that I'm just doing just because. Link had found someone to sing our wedding song. A beautiful young red-headed girl named Malin from Lon Lon Ranch, Derp, was to sing for us. She got up on the platform and started to sing, "Your love floats on the wings of a dove." Everything is so fluffy and just covered with sap. Like, yeah, it sounds so weird. Malin's voice was very beautiful, and as she sung the song, it moved me. I moved close to Link and laid my head on his shoulder. He took his arm and put it around me as Malin continued to sing. The song was so moving that tears of happiness began to stream down my face. I looked deeply into Link's deep blue eyes and whispered to him that he was my everything, my world. I saw love in his eyes. I would fucking hope the person you marry fucking loves you. Jesus Christ. In his facial expressions, he brought my face closer to his and told me that I was his one true love. His first intimately, Link was a virgin, and his world. His passion made me feel good inside, warmed my soul. I felt like the sky was limit. Okay. No, she would not sing that. No. No. Right? Yeah, I don't even think that I think she did play Zelda, but I think she said in the author's notes that I did not read because they were too extensive. I don't think she ever actually finished it. I think she, like, maybe just read just to fuck everybody up. Oh, man. And when I was with him, it felt like flying. Okay. At the end, it was time for Link and I to leave for our honeymoon. Do couples do that? Like, every single couple I ever know, like, they don't go to their honeymoon right away. Like, why would you do that? Ugh, fuck dating. As we walked out of the castle and to the awaiting rusty brown mare, the king and Zelda had one last gift to give. Have not you given them every Triforce-related thing in the entire world? Zelda walked up to me and took my hand and placed an ocarina in it and closed my fingers around it. I want you to have this as my gift to you both. I looked at it and Link's face grew a surprised look. It grew a surprised look, like from the corner, like surprised look. Oh, I don't know. So CPU is being dumb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, no one said anything about the stream, so I assume it's okay, but if you have, I haven't seen it, but are you sure? Oh. Link looked at her squarely. Oh, wait. Are you sure? Link looked at her squarely. I know these are the keys to the door of time, but I think it would be safer with the... Oh, fucking shit. Okay, Link just said, are you sure? And then she goes, I know that these are the keys to the door of time, but I think it would be safer with the both of you. Why? Zelda replied with a reassured look in her eyes. I looked at Link, and he knew I was confused. This is what Ganondorf used in tricking me to open the door to the sacred realm, Link said as I remembered that day. He never forgot it. What? Okay. I don't know that sentence. I remembered what I was told, the stories of Ganondorf. Ganondorf will have Valley Girl Satan voice, by the way, when he shows up. But Link and I holding the keys might be safer. Thank you! We will take good care of it, I said as I hugged her and she smiled. Like, Zelda, you're entrusting the entirety of the fucking realm with these two assholes. I wouldn't put that shit past her. Then the king hugged me, gave Link a pat on the back, and a wink. Ew, creepy king. I knew what he meant by that. Do you? Then we went to the horse that was waiting for us. Link carried me to the saddle. The horse was Epona. There was a just married sign tied to the saddle over Epona's behind. Colored strings of yarn hung from the back of the saddle and from the bottom of the sign. Spare no expense. Just get yarn. Just fucking, okay. Alrighty. Link lifted me up into the saddle and then mounted it in front of me. Delightful. I threw my arms around his waist and he checked to see if I was ready. Then he gently booted Epona in the ribs, and took off at a gallop. I could hear the king and Zelda saying goodbye as we rode, but soon their voices drifted into the distance. Excuse me. No, Nothing would make it better, unfortunately. They've only known each other for a month and they're already talking about like the deepness of their eyes and all that stuff. Okay. Okay. Fair warning, we're gonna talk about the honeymoon now, and there's gonna be a lot of sexual intercourse in it. And the word nutsack. I swear to God. Oh dear. There have been. Oh. Right? And that would help a lot too, for sure. Okay, so we're about halfway through. I guess we can read all of this chapter. Just fair warning, there's gonna be a lot of sexy times in it. My hair looks like shit. I look like shit. Ugh. I really want like chicken nuggets right now. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do some streaming tonight, some other streaming tonight for sure. But later tonight, like late tonight. So just keep watching my Twitch if you have not subscribed to my Twitch, in the description below. Oh! After a long ride, we reached the Great Coast. The summer cabin the king had set up for us was along the ocean. Damn, this king, like, why can't this king set me up with shit? Wow, it's just my words. Link pulled back on the reins and Epona came to a full stop. He helped me down, dismounted himself, and took Epona to the stable. After he returned, he picked me up into his arms and carried me over the threshold and inside. Oh, no way. Oh boy. Once inside, my eyes grew as big as saucers. The entire place was furnished. Well, of course it would be. Like, he wouldn't set you up with like a hollow room with just a rug inside. Candles were lit everywhere. That seems dangerous. And a table with a meal already prepared on it was all set for two. 2 candles were lit in the center, and I wondered who could have made the food. Then I remembered the one of the sages left the reception early. The sage of water, Rudo. Oh man. Look, 2 little, like, they clink together, like clink, clink, clink. Oh god. I looked around and saw a small letter on the table by the door. I opened it. It was from Rudo. The letter said, Link was supposed to marry me, but I was blind to his happiness. As I watched him with you, I saw how happy he had become. Now I realized what I had done was wrong. I could not hold Link to something that he would not be happy with. I hope your life together brings you both the happiness and peace you both desire. When you 2 have your firstborn, please come see me. Signed, Rudo, the Water Sage. Like, she doesn't sound bitter at all. Not at all. Not at fucking all. Oh my god, Link says like Triforce boxers. I closed the letter and held it close. A tear trickled down my cheek as I thought of what Rudo had done for us. She just totally like went against her entire civilization's like engagement. Yeah. Link came up behind me and threw his arms around me. What is wrong, my love? Are you feeling okay? Link's skin seemed to glow under the candlelight, and his eyes filled with love. I wiped my face and put the letter down. I'm fine. I'll be okay, I said as I softly placed my hand against his cheek and looked into his eyes. I'm glad to be here with you, I said softly. As am I! Link's smile widened as he took my hand and led me to the table. I can't wait to read this for you guys. I know, this whole thing is so cliche, but it's like really fun to read about though. Ready for this shit? Oh god, you guys, I'm so excited for you. I sat down and Link pushed in my chair before seating himself. As we ate, we talked about future plans and having a family. That's not... On your honeymoon night, you're gonna be like, so, when are you putting a baby in me? Like, that's not sexy! Oh, God. Oh, my. But I could tell his mind was not on the food. I took my foot and slowly brushed it up against his leg. As I rubbed his leg with my foot, he squirmed in his chair. Finally, he got up and came around behind me. Oh, he finished very quick. Triforce sex. Oh, God. Oh, no. He lowered his head down by my neck, and I could feel his hot breath against my cheek. I felt his lips move to my neck as he started to passionately kiss me there. As he nibbled on my neck, I let out soft moans. After a few minuets, Link took me by the hand, lifted me out of the chair, and led me to a room where a tub was filled with hot water. Okay, so Rudo, like, prepares a nice meal for them and, like, a fuck tub. He pressed his lips on mine as we kissed deeply, as he began to remove my dress, exposing my naked body. As his hand started to caress my body, caress my breasts, I could feel myself getting hotter. I wanted him, wanted to feel him. I wanted to touch him in ways he had never been touched. Then I felt his heart beating faster, felt his hands moving up and down my slender body. As he nibbled on my nipples, I little by little started to slowly remove his clothes, exposing his heavily naked body. I slowly reached up and placed my hands on his bare chest, B-E-A-R. They're not quite in the tub yet, no. My neck, my back, lick my trifle, say I'm not gonna... Stop! Fuck. Then I felt his heart beating faster. Felt his... fuck, I already read that. As... B-E-A-R chest. Ah! As I ran my fingertips down his chest, soft moans passed his lips. His body was so muscular, so firm, his skin silky to the touch. I ran my hands slowly down his body, first to his waist, then to his thighs, around his butt, then to the swollen organ between his legs. That sounds creepy! No. Oh, no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I know. He always has a heavenly body, and she describes herself as having a beautiful body. Like, it's all fucked up. When I grazed my hand over the head, Link let out small cries of pleasure. Then I looked into his eyes. Tonight, my love, I'm gonna show you how much I love you. I went down and slowly took the head of his member into my mouth, teasing it with my tongue. As I teased the head, soft moans passed Link's lips. Then slowly I moved to his shaft, caressing it with my tongue as I licked up and down it. As I caressed his member with my lips and tongue, Link's soft moans soon turned into cries of pleasure. I felt his body quivering under my gentle hands as his cries of ecstasy filled the room. Then Link let out a loud animal-like cry as I took his member fully into my mouth. Why is everybody in fanfics? Like, why do they all just know how to deep throat? Like, that, I don't. All slain. Oh, dear. Slowly I moved up and down the shaft, dragging my tongue as I went. Little by little, I upped the movement, causing Link to cry out in ecstasy as I caused waves of pure pleasure to go surging threw his body. Then I found a rhythm and his breathing became faster as I started to take him over the edge. His heart started racing. How do you know that, Jenna? His cries filled the room. And finally, when I took his nutsack and caressed it with my hand, it was his undoing. Link let out a loud animal-like cry as he reached his peak, releasing his essence into my mouth. So Link was like elephant noise. No. No. Why would you say nutsack? And why just grabbing his balls makes him fucking blow? I don't know. I swallowed, licking up all the sweet juices off his member. As I licked my lips, he brought his face close to mine. Our lips met, kissing each other passionately, the taste of him still on my lips. As he deepened the kiss, I let out soft moans into his mouth. Then we broke off the kiss, and I looked into his eyes. I'm ready for you now, my love, I said as I started to kiss his neck. Slowly, I felt the heat between us grow stronger. I felt myself wanting him, felt my body calling out to feel him inside me. His eyes shone desire in them. The passion burned in them. He led me by the hand, pulled me into the tub as the desire between us raged. Oh, I guess they are gonna tub fuck. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! I have so much more to read. Oh. every time, Triforce is just gonna make me fucking laugh. I wanted him even more now. Wanted him to feel him inside me. He moved closer to me, and I felt his throbbing member at my entrance. Then I begun to cry out in ecstasy as he slowly penetrated my enchanted body. Slowly at first, then I cried out in pure bliss as Link upped his movements. As we made hot love, I felt his heart beating in unison with mine, felt the heat of his body against my body. Link felt so good inside me, so warm, so tender. Then he pushed me up against the side of the tub as he put his hands underneath my body, lifted me up, allowing him to penetrate deeper. I wrapped my legs around his waist and groaned as I grabbed his back and dug my nails in, feeling the sweat beginning to form. How do you feel that? You're in a bathtub. Presumably you're wet. We will all die of alcohol poisoning. Yerp. I am reading this shit verbatim for you guys. Oh, God. As I dragged my hands down his back, I cried in ecstasy as he begun to thrust deeper inside my now hot, sweated form. Our bodies quivered as our movements begun to flow in unison. What does that mean? And I felt his heart beginning to beat faster as I forced my body up against his. Loud animal-like sounds passed his lips as his thrust came in faster beats. Then I bucked up against Link and I cried for him to take me. I'm pretty sure, is he not taking you? Oh no, you are right on time. You are right on time. For this, ready? Link! Oh my goddesses, Link! I cried as I ran my hands down his back, down over his buttock, just one, dragging my nails as they went. I felt him starting to breathe faster as he started to climax. And as the sheer ecstasy raced through our bodies, I didn't want it to end. I wanted every part of him. I wanted to drink in his body. Ew, drink in his body. He felt so good, so hot. He was mine, mine forever. I had him, had his body, his heavenly body. Sexual thoughts raced through my mind as we both came to a full climax. Like, sexual thoughts are not going through your head as you're fucking. What the hell? You're just thinking about, like, you know, the racing forums that day, who you could go off-track betting. Like, oh, they're King Jelly Jam, everybody. Exactly what's happening. Link! I cried out in pure ecstasy as I gushed down his muscular legs. They're in the tub. Isn't it just gonna, like, floof out? Jenna! Link screamed as he reached his peak and released his very essence inside me. Gross. Don't call it essence, all you fanfic writers. It just sounds gross. It just sounds like you diluted his sweat and just did that. It's not Zelda. It's Jenna. Oh boy. I let out a loud moan as I felt the warm liquid slide down inside my beautiful body. Ooh. It felt so good. I now had a part of him inside me, a part of his very essence. We both collapsed from exhaustion as Link delivered his second and final release. Holy shit, you made him blow twice. It's not impossible, but right, like one after the other, that's a little tough. Also, don't collapse in the tub, bitches. Fuck. Breathing heavily, I looked deeply into his sexy blue eyes. Eyes with passion in them. Derp. Then I leaned over and pressed my lips on his, tasting the sweetness of them. So firm, so sweet. Feeling a slight longing as I moved my lips to his ear and whispered words of passion to him. Oh my God. Oh my goddesses, Link! I love you so much! I said in between gasps of breath before I slowly started to caress his long, sexy, pointed ear with my lips and tongue. And I love you too, my sweet love, Link said as he embraced me. Like, there's ellipses. There's still, oh my gosh, there's still more ellipses. As I nibbled on the lobe of his ear, I could hear his soft moaning, felt his hands moving against my body. I felt the heat of his body, felt his skin against mine. So hot, so heavenly. His body. Finally, for once, I felt complete. Felt like a woman. Woman. M-E-N. I felt sexy, wanted. We laid there, still connected, and covered in sweat. I laid my head against his chest and listened to the beating of his heart. We were both exhausted and breathing heavy. Then as my breathing started to slow, I felt my eyes beginning to drift. And as I felt my last ounce of strength leave my body, I fell asleep. She fell asleep in the tub. It's basically Draco. Doesn't Link have, no, Link just has like regular hoop earrings. He's so fancy. Yeah, Link's voice is based off of Draco. It's just a bit more like heroic, kind of. The next morning I awoke from my coma after passing out in the tub. I still have a little bit more, but let's just finish this chapter. The next morning I awoke in bed, lying on Link's chest while he stroked my hair. We talked a while before rising and getting dressed. I'm so glad that we, like, get to know their conversations, you know what I mean? To get to know why they like each other, you know? Jesus Christ. Oh, I want Taco Bell. Oh, I really, really want Taco Bell. Oh my God. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. I washed my... Oh. After he got dressed, he went downstairs to cook breakfast as I went to freshen up. I washed my face and hands, and I went to the wardrobe closet to select a dress. Oh boy. I picked out a low-cut, long silk blue dress with a gold Hylian symbol on the lower part of the dress. Well, thank God it wasn't a Triforce. I put on my wedding ring, the bracelet Zelda gave me, and fixed my hair. Then I went downstairs. Link greeted me at the bottom, and his eyes widened as he looked me over. He took me into his arms and kissed me. You look beautiful, my love. His eyes seemed to flicker with a passion as he held me in his arms. Like, really? No way. He knew how to make me feel good. His words soft and gentle. He was the perfect man. I walked over to the dining table, D-I-N-N-I-N-G, and glanced over the food Link had prepared. I hope you're hungry, my sweet, he said as I nodded yes. Link pulled out my chair. I sat down and he pushed my chair in before seating himself. Oh my gosh. So, what a gentleman. Oh my God. While we ate, we talked about the plans for the day. Show don't tell. Since it was a beautiful day and the area nice, I thought going horseback riding would be the thing to do. But then I remembered one thing. There was only one horse, Epona. A look of disappointment crossed my face. I really had wanted to go horseback riding. Oh, there will be more. There'll be so much more. Is extra whipped. That's a terrible thought. Then Link had an idea. Epona is strong enough to hold us both. She carried us both here. You can just sit behind me and put your arms around my waist. Why wouldn't that thought have crossed your head before, dumbass? Link said as a smile widened. Oh, wow. And I felt better. Alright! I think they fuck again in the water. Yeah, they do it one more time. After breakfast, Link went to saddle Epona while I did the dishes. When I finished, Link poked his head in the door and said he was ready. I removed my apron, put on my riding boots, and followed Link out the door. Epona was in the front, saddled and ready to go. The rusty brown mare was a truly beautiful horse. I walked up to her and patted her on the head. She gently put her muzzle near my face to show no fear. Yeah, like, fuck you, Jenna. Fuck you, like, horses aren't afraid of me. As I looked at her, she was the most beautiful horse I had ever seen. Ow, something in my heart just hurt. Oof, not my heart, my heart's over here. My boob. Maybe because I just thought, like, what, is she gonna fucking make out with a horse for a second? Link took my hand and held me into the saddle. Then he mounted it in front of me. Stop mounting things, Link. That's gross. Oh, yeah. That's true, yeah. There is. I think they do it again in water. I'm seriousness. I put my arms around his waist and he checked to see if I was ready, then booted Epona in the ribs and took off at a gallop. We rode down the ocean along the beach. Water kicked up behind Epona's legs as we rode along the water's edge. The ocean air smelled sweet and the breeze was cool. I looked over Link's shoulder to see what lay ahead. The beach was vast and wide. Rocky cliffs lined the water further down. Small caves with water flowing into them lined a small island far in the distance. Then I turned and looked over the vast ocean and saw a small island lining the horizon. Fuck me! Where the hell are you? There are a lot of islands all over the place. Okay. This was truly a beautiful place. So peaceful, so serene, it almost made me not want to leave. You just got there. Enjoy the day. Then we arrived at a small alcove and Link stopped Epona. He dismounted, then helped me down. This is a real beautiful spot. Let's just sit here a while, Link said as his blue eyes shone in the sunlight. As we sat down in the sand, I laid my head on Link's shoulder. As he put his arm around me, I watched distant seagulls flew over the ocean in search of food. I don't know what the hell I just read. The cool breeze blew THREW my hair as the salt air tingled my senses. Ew. My salty senses tingling. I felt at peace here. Here there were no wolfos to chase off, no thieves, no duties, no nothing. No duties. But I knew soon it would all be over and we would have to return to Hyrule. Like, you're such a defeatist, Jenna. Jesus Christ. Like, what do you, like, stop looking so forward into the future. It's only gonna fuck you up. Nothing I say is projection at all, guys. Not at all. Rated E. Oh my. Maybe he's snipped. I don't know. Oh boy. Don't worry about that, I thought to myself. You're here with the man you love, your new husband. Enjoy it with him. Don't be a fool. Then I got up and ran towards the ocean. Oh my god, she's gonna drown herself. Walking into the water, I turned and giggled at Link. Then I gestured for him to come follow. Leery, he came to the ocean's edge, and then I splashed water on him. He looked at me sideways before he splashed water back at me. No sooner had that started, we were running around in the water, splashing each other and laughing like little kids. What is it with you and the kids, Jenna? Jesus Christ. Oh, oh man, I am starving. Is it? I don't even know. I don't know if anybody's being sarcastic or just humoring me ever. I feel like such a douche. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm just a fucking idiot. We played all day. All day! That happened. All day. Just splashing each other in the water. Just like we were kids again. I was having the best time of my life. When it started to get dark, we went back up to the beach and sat down in the sand to watch the sunset. I cuddled into Link's arms and laid my head against his chest as the sun's golden rays started to set below the horizon. My life with Link will
be a happy and special one. He is all I need. Soon we will have a family and my life will be truly complete. I hiccuped. As I thought to myself, my eyes slowly drifted. As the sun's last rays disappeared over the horizon, I closed my eyes. Why do I keep making hiccups? What happened? Oh, what's that mean? Is that bad? Uh-oh. I know that, let me know. Is it okay? I got 5 minutes technically left, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more paragraphs to go. Is it bad? Are we good? I guess we're good, right? I'm gonna keep going until you tell me not to. I haven't turned off my computer in 1,000 years. 3, 4 more paragraphs. Okay, okay. Sorry. My computer is constantly on. Let's just. Okay. Sorry. Back at the cottage, I was bathing while Link prepared the evening meal. Well, I'm glad that he's the one that cooks. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I don't know. We'll figure it out. After a bit, Link came upstairs to check on me. I came to see if you need any help bathing, he asked. Ew, creepy. As I looked into his eyes, I took my hand and slowly ran it from the top of my shoulder and down over my breasts. I could use my back washed. These are not your back, Jenna, I said seductively. Taking the hint, that's not much of a hint either, bitch. Link took the wash rag and began to wash my back. So isn't that movie like Out of Africa or whatever? No, it's because I'm exporting at the same time, so the CPU usage is apparently a little stupid. After a minute, he put the rag down in the water and begun to passionately kiss my neck. Moaning softly, I turned my head to face him and gently pressed my lips on his, kissing him deeply, our tongues meeting. As we kissed, I could feel his hands moving down my naked body. Gently, he lifted me out of the tub and led me to the bed while we kissed. Oh, so thank God they're not going to fuck in the tub this time. Not this time, everybody. Softly, he laid me down and climbed on top of me. I could feel his body quivering as he moved from my lips and down on my body. Then he spread my legs and went down. I felt his lips on my thigh as he slowly kissed inward. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Grab onto something. Ew! Fuck that. Ew! Oh! Ew! Then when he reached the center, he pressed his mouth onto my flower! I felt as he slowly inserted his tongue between the lips, causing me to cry out in pure bliss. Then he moved up until his tongue brushed against my clit, working his teeth, don't do that, and tongue on my clit, don't do that. Shocks of pure ecstasy were sent coursing through me, causing my legs to shudder. Never have I felt such feelings. Never have I experienced such pleasure. As he teased my clit, I felt his tongue move down until it was back at my entrance. Slowly he inserted his tongue and my back arched as I cried out in pure bliss. Then slowly Link upped his movements. Do you know that, like, putting your tongue inside is not what you're gonna do things? I mean, it can, but, like, not always. Not the crescendo. Link slowly upped his movements, sending momentary shocks, THREW, my lower organs, as my legs convulsed. As his tongue moved deeper inside me, I grabbed the back of his head as I begun to climax. When he hit the right spot, I arced my my back and screamed in ecstasy as I gushed into his mouth. Not quite, I don't think, unfortunately. Maybe that's later. Panting from the intense experience, I got up and looked into his eyes, and I knew what he wanted. Slowly, I removed his clothes and opened myself to him. You were just open to him. Oh, my mom. I let him take control, allowed him to fulfill himself. Long into the night, there was nothing but hot passion. The last few days were either spent down at the beach or taking peaceful walks together. I knew we only had a small amount of time left here, but I spent every minuet enjoying it. And on the day we were returning to Hyrule, I couldn't wait to get back. Upon our arrival at the castle, the king and Princess Zelda were at the gates to greet us home. And that's the end. No more. I don't know who those are. I only saw the first 3 seasons. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. That's, well, obviously that was the final fucking, that was it. So, you know, right? So, wow, we did that. We did 2 chapters in an hour. I'm very pleased. And again, I'm very sorry that I'm in a fucking robe and my hair looks like shit, and but it's what it is, guys. But in a little bit, I'm gonna go live again, and I think I'm gonna do Banjo-Kazooie again. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch. Let your friends know that I'll be reading this again. I'm not entirely sure if I am gonna. Do I want to read Brett again next week, or do we want to read this again? This milkshake's it was not good, and I just drank it. No, thank you. No, Sadie's sleeping over there. I don't want to bother her. But, okay. I gotta go. I gotta fucking clean. I've got laundry behind me, so. I'm glad you guys all showed up. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you in a stream later tonight if you want to stop by. So thank you guys for joining me, and take care, bitches. Oh no, it's the end. I'm sorry.